All right. Well, thank you for being here today. My name is Michaela Smith, and I am going to talk to you about the road to success. So, Chris, Jacqueline, Danny, Monica, John, Allison, Bethany. All right, buckle up because I'm going to take you on a trip. So, there is a book called Interpersonal Theories of Conflicts and is by Wilmo and Hawker. And there's a definition, and it states that if there's two different parties, if they have incompatible goals, scarce resources, and interference to achieve these goals, it makes it so that there's a conflict. And today I'm going to share with you an acronym called TRIP that helps you get to the root of conflicts. All right, so T, what does the T stand for? Well, the T stands for topic. So what are topic goals? So topic goals are anything that is like at the surface. And like Wilmo and Hawker said, with the topic, if there is scarce resources and interference with these, it creates conflict. So with the topic, if someone feels like it's being attacked, then it creates a scarce resource. So the topic, say in a business setting, it could be someone was upset that they didn't get a call back. Someone in the company may be upset with another person about, say, something didn't get submitted at the right time, or they believed that they submitted something and then someone said that they didn't, and it causes confusion, and that's a topic goal. But rarely is the topic the actual problem. So we're going to go below the T and talk about the other conflicts. So more than not, the topic is where the relationship is based off of the topic. So for instance, there's a topic and someone may be upset about, say, money, but they're not actually upset about the money. They're upset about what the money means. And so we are going to talk about R, which is relational goals. So in a business, someone may be upset with someone about a certain topic, but are they really upset about the topic or how their relationship is perceived by the topic? And so this is interesting because more than not, it's a relational goal. And so for instance, like in my life, I'm a caregiver, and I have worked with people with mental and physical disabilities, and I just witnessed this the other day. And these conflict management skills have helped me so much. And so they were arguing about something. And with the techniques about getting to the root of the trip, I was able to ask them questions. And I asked them, so it's not about the topic, it's about how they said it, right? How they said the conflict to the other person. And the lady said, that's exactly right. I'm not actually mad about what happened. I'm just mad about how they said it. And it was how the relationship was perceived, and also looking at past experiences they were building up, and so it caused a conflict, and it was a relational goal. The next one is I, which is identity. And identity is important to everyone. So Jacqueline, Monica, Bethany, Chris, Danny, and Allison, there are identities that you guys have. So for instance, when I introduce myself to people, I might say, hi, my name is Michaela Smith, and I'm a photographer, and I feel like it's a part of me. So by a raise of hands, I need two people to tell me what some of their hobbies are and how they identify with it. Jacqueline? You're on mute.
You're on mute, Jacqueline.
So I am a runner. I didn't really identify myself as a runner until I trained for a marathon about 4 or 5 years ago. And while I was running, I hit some roadblocks, some injuries, some short-term ones, and it really when I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to run the marathon as I was recovering from those injuries, it was really upsetting to think, oh, I'm not a runner. I can't run the marathon.
Exactly, yeah. Anyone else? Do they have a hobby that they feel like identifies who they are? Is a piece of who they are? Well, John, I know you have a really good hobby. You are really good at building things. Do you feel like that identifies who you are in a way? You like to build?
Yeah, I like to do home repairs and things like that. That's always fun, and drywall and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. I've been learning that this year.
And you like to show off your work.
Yeah, I do. I'm a bit of a show off, so I like to show off when I do stuff.
Oh, it's good to show off. Well, identity is very important to people, and they will do anything to save their identity. So, one of the most important things with conflicts and identity, if you notice that they feel like their identity is being attacked, is saving face. So, this will help you a lot. So, in conflicts, we kind of try to fix the problem, find a solution. I know I like to find the solution, but a lot of the times they just want to save face. So, they are not going to accept whatever argument you were giving because they want to feel secure. And so one of the best ways to solve this is by apologizing. And this may seem counterintuitive to apologize. Like, what if you're not wrong? But apologizing does not have to mean putting the blame on yourself. I know for me, if I knew I was right, I would not want to say sorry. I would not want to have to apologize. And so you can say sorry for the situation. So say you're on the phone with someone and the client is really upset about something and you don't know what to do. You want to solve their problem. One of the best ways to solve this problem is to let them save face and apologize and say, you know, I'm so sorry that this is hard. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I'm sorry for this hard situation that you're going through. This shows empathy and connects you to them rather than pushing them away. And it helps them save face and it helps them keep their identity because they still feel like their opinions are valid. And that's very important in the business setting and with your fellow coworkers, just making sure that they feel heard. Because rarely is a conflict ever about the topic. It's about the relationship. It's about how your identity is perceived. And when we look at the root of it, we can figure out how to have empathy and listen rather than just arguing about the topic. Because, like I said, it's rarely the topic, and it's a scarce resource. Identity, the topic, the relationship that you have with someone, it's a scarce resource. You want to protect it. When you feel like someone's attacking that resource, then you're going to argue back. And the last letter, P in TRIP, stands for process. So this is more technical. So a process goal is going to be how the conflict is going to be solved. So for instance, you may be with a bunch of people and there's one person on top and they're figuring out the problem and whatever they say goes. And lots of the coworkers may feel frustrated because they want their input to be heard, but they may want to have a different process of solving it where they all raise their hands and their vote counts, or where they are able to help negotiate and solve the problem rather than the top dog just solving everything and choosing which one. And so there could be conflicts with this, so that's something to understand too. And also, emotional and logic-based people communicate in different ways. So if you are more emotional, you may communicate and say, I feel like this, and my feelings with this are blank. And a logical person would then hear that and say, well, here are the facts. This is why that doesn't work. And I know for me, I'm more emotion based. I would feel more hurt if someone was trying to argue with me with facts while I'm trying to argue with emotion. And both of these are correct ways of communicating. If someone's speaking in an emotional way, it's best to communicate with them in an emotional way. If someone's communicating in a logical way, then it's important to communicate with them in a logical way. And there's no wrong way to communicate. You can communicate with emotion or logic. And it's best if we understand the person and how they are communicating so that we can best connect with them and have empathy. And this may be one way that they have conflict, is they're not communicating in the same language, emotional or logical. And so with this acronym of TRIP, T being topic, TRIP, R being relational, I being identity, and the P being process, we can be able to figure out what these goals that they have are so that we can get to the root of the conflict, because they are scarce resources and they're being attacked. And so by understanding the TRIP acronym, we can get to the root of our conflicts and be able to solve any conflict in the workplace with our clients. And JC Grayson, thank you so much for going on this trip with me. And do you have any questions?